Hey, what's going on, all of you lurking people and like the 8 or something people that have subscribed to my channel expecting more Christian content. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get on with it as soon as I'm done with this final video of flea market stuff. I just need to break the routine a little bit. I'm gonna go back to it. Don't worry about it. I see you, especially on BitChute. Yeah, you're lurking there. As soon as I upload Christian shit, I start getting those views. I get it. Here's a complimentary The Room motion picture soundtrack for your troubles. An electrifying drama about love, passion, betrayal, and lies. Ooh. You satisfied now? Hope you are. Now that you're all satisfied, I can actually go on with this video. Take a look at this. Pretty neat, huh? I wish I was into Harry Potter, but I'm not. I mean, I like the movies. I can't remember anything about them really. It's just like I've seen some of them. I can't really tell you which ones. The first one, the second one, and some of the other ones. I like them. They're pretty good. As a kid, I wanted to get into them. I think that's the defining moment when I was a kid and I saw the books and I heard all of the buzz about them, and I must have been like 10 and I didn't have money to buy them, so I never bought that one book that I saw in the library nearby here. And I think that moment was the one that changed everything. It was the one moment where I never became a Harry Potter fan. After that, I was like, okay, I saw the movies and everything. Anyways, I do have a friend who tells me to hook him up with whatever Harry Potter shit I find. So this is going his way. I just wanted to show it here before I send it his way, because it's actually a really neat book. Again, as I said, I wish I wasn't into Harry Potter, because look at how pretty this is. Okay, it's so gorgeous. It's in pretty good shape considering I found it in a pile of junk. Look, you can tell right there, there's a little bit of damage right there, because it was like in a pile of junk. I paid 50 pesos for this. About $3. This is I thought it was Mexican. It's not. Salamandra Editoriales, 20 años de magia, Harry Potter, edición 20 aniversario, Harry Potter y la cámara secreta. Hufflepuff, what is that? The school? So you get, so it's the 20th anniversary. You get all that shit. Let's see. Entrega, paciencia, lealtad. I doubt if anybody ever read it, probably once or something. It's so like new. Estos 3 volúmenes complementarios están disponibles también en el estuche Biblioteca Hogwarts, publicado a beneficio de Comic Relief y Lumos. Editores ilustradas, Salamandra. It was printed in Impressions Livre Double, SR Saint Laurent d'Orton, something like that. France in 1988, 2019. Printed in Spain, right there. Okay, it's really nice. Look at all that art. So cool. I'm not gonna show everything because it was supposed to be a really short video, and it's 7 minutes already. Oh no. Okay, More shit. That guy. The Residence Freak Show. The fuck is this? You tell me. I don't know. I saw it and immediately called my attention. At first, I thought it was a video game, and then I was like, "Wait, this is not a video game, is it? This is like a PC game or something?" And I was like, "Wait, no, it says animation and boy, what is that?" So I was intrigued. I liked it, and I have no idea what this is. I paid like 20 pesos for this, a dollar sort of. I just like the box, really. That's what got me. And I like computer media like this, old computer media. I have a bunch of shit that I can't even play or anything, but it's one of those things that somehow I have the dream or whatever of maybe one day being able to play those things, having a system being able to play those things, whatever. It's just one of those things. But I have PC games. I shit like this that I just have it there. I don't know, nostalgic or whatever from when I used to play like PC shit when I was a kid when my cousin. What is this? This is as far as I can understand. This is some kind of interactive like media thing. Probably like an interactive sort of, not a game, but audiovisual interactive um, shit. I don't know, something with. Let's see. So I googled a little bit, and this is like some kind of comic. Hurry, right this way. The Residence Freak Show CD-ROM transform your computer into an amazing animated Twilight Zone, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Meet Tex Barker, Herman, the human mole. So it's not a testicle? No, that kind of kills it a little bit. It's not. What is that? Some kind of veiny, grotesque testicle thing? Ugh, now that I think about it, it's extremely grotesque. So it's not a testicle either. Or a kidney. It's not a kidney man? Harry the Head. He's Harry the Head. Let's see, let's try to guess. Meet Tex the Barker? Who's Tex the Barker? Is that one of those guys? Herman the human mole. This guy, right? Wanda the worm woman. Jelly Jack. Benny the Bump. And those freaks of contemporary art. The residents see their incredible performance and navigate through bizarre backstage worlds. Okay, so this is some kind of like interactive. It's very interesting. I wish I could play it. I would show it if I could play it. The CD is cool. Looks like a 70s like design or something. Looks like a 70s wall right there. A hideous green, brown, yellowish wall, greenish wall, and then you take some shrooms and you start to trip the fuck out. Look at that. The manual is pretty standard. A brief history of the American Freak Show. Oh, I need to read this later. When I'm done with this exhibition of human oddities dates back so far that it really has no traceable beginning. Records clearly indicate that early Renaissance English fairs offered glimpses of human variations for a small fee. These exhibitions became the basis upon the American displays were molded during sessions where there were no fairs. Managers of showrooms. Nothing else interesting. The cover is neat. The paper is nice. I bought this in the same spot where I bought that Bruce Lee book. Those people like on the flea market day. They're like outside of their house. It's almost like a garage sale. In Mexico, there's not really that much of a garage sale type of shit. It's more like flea market. People just, whenever there's flea market day, they just go outside their house and put their shit outside, because the whole infrastructure in Mexico of like housing and everything works different. So a lot of people don't really have garages and stuff like that. So garage sales don't really work out that much here. It's not really common. But anyways, yeah, I bought this because I thought I could sell this really. It was really cheap, 30 pesos, and I was like, maybe I can flip it. Not really valuable. I was guessing that because no cassettes are valuable at all. They're worth for shit, but I was like, it's Kiss. Who knows? I'm gonna sell it anyways. I'm not particularly a Kiss fan. I like that song, that one song. What's the name of that one song? You know, the one song that's like famous. That that one. Okay. Animalize. Because 1984. It's in good shape for 1984. Okay. Now this is something that I'm hella interested in. I'm hella into. Bought it in the same place I bought this one, the same spot, only in a different day. I actually bought it this morning, and I forgot I bought it until like pretty much a few minutes ago, and I had it right there in the backpack, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, I can show it in the video. Fist of the North Star, the movie. They're all packaged. So this is perfect because I found two, which means I can keep one and sell the other one. And they're both sealed. I have a bootleg of this, and these are the original anime studio. These have the quality is garbage, but they're original. The quality is super garbage, like shitty as fuck. There's like just like the paper there is like what they're official. And I found two of them, which makes me think, makes me remember that I always end up having two things. Well, not always, but the quantity of things that I end up having two, it's kind of remarkable now that I think about it. As a kid, I used to have two figures of a lot of like toys, like two He-Mans, two Skeletors, like repeated the exact same model. So many things I have in pairs, like repeated to pairs, like two things. So many fucking things I have. That's, I don't know what to make of that. It's kind of cool. So yeah, let's see. Nothing that much remarkable to show here. I also bought this. Same place. 20 pesos, 20 pesos, 20 pesos. I was so lucky for this. I mean, I was lucky for this one too. Even that one. And that one. But Criterion Collection for Kagemusha. I've never heard of this movie, and I like Akira Kurosawa. I love Seven Samurai. This was made in the 1980. I don't know. I have no idea. But this is the Criterion Collection, and it's in pretty good shape. The only problem that it has is that it's broken there. I mean, there's nothing really too much to see here. I'm gonna have to watch this movie. Seven Samurai is so good. It's one of my favorite movies ever. It's not about being a smug or anything, a fucking snob or whatever. It's a really cool movie. It feels like a modern movie, really, just in black and white. I mean, if you like Star Wars, if you like that type of movie, you can tell how much George Lucas was inspired by Seven Samurai. He has said it a lot of times, and you like that kind of pacing. It's not the same pacing, but it has a vibe to him, and the like subtle sense of humor, the action, everything. You can tell that he was pretty much using the same method that Kurosawa did for Star Wars. But the art is really nice. Kagemusha from painting to film. I need to look up what's up with this movie. Is this movie based on like art paintings or something? in the late 1970s during the long years of waiting for international domestic funding to come together to produce Kagemusha. Akira Kurosawa returned to the pastime of his youth. He painted. Oh, so he painted these. Okay, that's very interesting. Working fast and furiously, each day turning out scores of. Yeah, you can tell fast and furiously totally. He's not a very patient person. You can it doesn't concentrate on details. Okay. Kurosawa accumulated a unique body of work that was born as much out of despair and frustration as from passion to create. Yeah, reading art is very similar to reading handwriting. It has sort of the same principles, really. You can tell somebody, like for example here, somebody very rushed, very hot-blooded, not particularly patient. Look at the signature right there. Artistic signature. Oh, yeah, artistic signature. Not very patient. Not very prone to too much empathy for other people. Very methodic, though. Methodic. How can you make sense of rushed and of impatient and methodic? Oh well, maybe he was somebody who was very calculating on what he wanted to do, and the concept of what he wanted to do. And as soon as he wanted to do it, he was very impatient about it. He wanted to get it done right away, the way he wanted to do it. This little swirl right here, it's like when people are too calculating and they go around the subject too much, they do swirls like that. He was very Kurosawa. He identifies more with his last name. He even puts that line there. He had a lot of shift of emotions. He used to go from feeling happy and then angry. Like he was probably somebody who was very, easygoing, like very calm, and then he might have like an explosion of energy, anger, something like that. He was probably very passionate, which makes sense with his profile on it. Oh, look, this is something very, very interesting. There's a point right there. So there's basically two people who he used to be. Maybe this was the average day Akira, the regular person, and this was Kurosawa, the movie director. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Why do I say that? Because of the point. He separates both characters. This is two people right here, and you can even see difference in the way he writes one thing and the other one. This is more of a cozier like handwriting. I can't explain it really. I don't have words to explain it, but it's I can't really explain it right now, but basically this is written less aggressively than this part, and this part goes below, like it has like more explosions of energy and aggression. Like these letters are smaller, and then this one is like goes like higher ambition there, writing tall, and this is like he lines his name and everything. This is Kurosawa, the director, the more aggressive, assertive director. This is more like the home Akira. This is Akira, this is Kurosawa, two people. I went too long with that rambling. Just for a final thing about this, because sometimes I get on track with like a subject and I just like keep going with it. So look at this. Look at this image. One thing that you can tell right away is that it's very rushed, no details, everything, and the signature. Every time you write something, you never write it the same way. Even if you have a style, your style changes depending on the words that you're writing. That those words make you feel some way. You process those words differently depending on what those words are, the moment, everything. So you never write the same way in every moment. So you need to take in consideration what you wrote, how you wrote it, and when you wrote it. Look at this. He was feeling basically less patient. He was probably more irritated or something. Who knows how many factors can make you just doodle more rushed and aggressively. And even his signature reflects that. See how rushed it is. Check out the difference in mood when he made this piece. Check out how much detail it has in comparison. He took his time. He was probably feeling more calm when he wrote this. He actually had the time to sit down when he wrote this, when he painted this. He had time to sit down, paint this, detail this a lot. And you can see it in his signature. You can see his mood right here in the signature. It's totally different. It is more steady. He took his time to detail his signature. He even starts more with more energy. In the other one, the A was like smaller. You can see that he starts with more energy. He was feeling better when he made this, than when he did the other one. That's it. He must have been somebody who had bursts of depression, though. He has the typical pattern of somebody who goes from feeling well and then bad, instability of emotions. He goes up, feeling high emotions, high energy, and then go down. You can see it, and he must have been depressive somehow, some level of depressiveness, because these patterns, his writing usually ends up going down, more sadder, lower energy, down. When people are the contrary, they usually end up their writing going up. So I remember months ago, I was on the flea market going through a big box full of VHS tapes, and I remember I was just like scrolling around. I was just like perusing there, and I remember I saw there was Species, James Bond, Highlander, Metropolis was there, I think, a bunch of junk, sports movies and whatever, and I was just looking around. I wanted to buy something because I saw interesting movies there, and I just was trying to choose which ones, and I was just like looking around. I saw the Highlander movies, and I was like, okay, that's I think I'm gonna grab those ones. And I was looking around, and I saw The Hunt for the Red October, and I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I don't like that. I don't really like that type of movies, really. Not huge into like that kind of Sean Connery action movie, like semi-genre or whatever, sub-genre like that. I always confuse that movie for something else that I can't really put my finger on. But that red poster, like, I don't know what I remember. I can't put my finger on it, but I always confuse it for something else that I don't even know what it is. So I was looking, and I grabbed a bunch. I grabbed Highlander and whatever, and Metropolis, of course, and like a bunch of movies, like 5 or 6. And then they all cost like 5 pesos, so they were very cheap. And the lady just wanted to sort of get rid of them. So she was like, hey, since you bought a bunch of them, you want to grab like a freebie one, just cuz? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I remember I left Species there, and I was eyeballing that one, but I didn't grab it because I didn't want to spend more, because I was like, nah, I'm not gonna spend more, even if it's super cheap. It's basically a quarter. I'm not gonna spend more. But I looked around for it, and I found it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this one, because I didn't know what to pick, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take Species. Fuck the other ones. I came back home. I was checking through every movie that I got. I forgot to check when I was there. I would just grab them to see if they were like in good shape or anything. I don't remember which other ones I grabbed, but I was checking, and I finally got to Species, and I was like, okay, let me check this one. I'm just glad it wasn't that Hunt for the Red October one. And I was like, fuck that shit.
No, apágalo, Carlos.